Hello guys, how are you? Long time no speak. So as some of you know, I took some vacations last week, so that's why there was no weekly review last week, so hopefully you didn't miss any pre-order ad from me. Well, in any case, Gerardo from Wasman Collectibles once again bringing you the weekly review, where, as usual, I'm trying to make a recap of all the releases and teasers from the week, and we'll bring them to you so that you don't miss any pre-order out and that you are aware of all the new releases and status coming. So without further speech from my end, let's start. So I wanted to mention one statue that actually was released last week, but I think it was important to mention it in one of my videos because it's just really sick. So Big Mom from GMA Studio, which was looking really nice. As we know, GMA and more precisely their Jonko line is impressive. I think it's the best any studio has ever done so far, in my personal opinion. And well, they didn't disappoint with Big Mom, so expected to release in Q2 2023, standing after a switch in size from GMA, around 70 centimeters tall. Yeah, it's one of the well, I think it's the best mom I've ever seen, to be honest. So if there are still some units out there, really recommend you to get that one. And now that GMA has switched the size in order to make it, more scalable versus the other Jonkos, I think it's a really interesting piece and a beast to add to your collection in case you are collecting the Jonkos from GMA. So check that one out. Then I also have another One Piece statue, so Black Studio Soro. So Black Studio has been releasing some other statues from One Piece. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan, but this Soro actually looks really nice. I like what they did, like with the whole Asure posing and everything. Also, they are delivering the pieces with good price. Comes in POP scale, so I think it's a solid option. There are two options, one regular option and the EX version, which comes with like a different base. I'm not a super big fan of the EX version base, but well, still, it's something extra if you want to add something else. So then we have another Soro, this time from Najuan Studio, which for me looks way better than the Black Studio one, and it's even cheaper, which is a plus. So this one goes around 32 centimeters. I'm not sure if it's POP or if it's 1/6. I would be more tempted to say it's POP, but well, I'm not sure. I didn't have this info. The price is really low, like I think it's 150 euros with shipping, so super good. And I also like a lot the RFX. It's expected to release in Q4, so end of this year. So yeah, if you're looking for a cheap Soro, this one is a really nice option. Then we have the Lex Ace and Yamato statue, joining their like multiple character line of statues, expected to release by the end of this year, Q4 2022. 1/5 scale, which is not a really I would say regular scale that lots of studios are doing. Nevertheless, I think it looks impressive. I was already like super triggered, but like in a nice way, from what I did in their previous statue from with Luffy, Kid, and with Law. And this time they didn't disappoint. It looks amazing. There is two options to change the head in Ace. It has LED as well, so yeah, what to say. Really solid option. And if you're looking, for Ace or Yamato or both, here you go. After another One Piece statue, we have a lot of One Piece. So we have Fox Studio Akainu, which is also, in POP scale, joining the whole line of POP statues that we are seeing these days. Expected to release by the end of the year, so Q4 2022. 33 centimeters, as I was mentioning, POP scale. Looks a really solid option, like the price is low. If you were looking for an Akainu and you didn't want to spend a lot, or you don't have a lot of space, this one might be the good one for you. Also, I really like the dynamic, like feeling that you get, like it's like doing like the like the lava fist. So yeah, I really like that one. Then another One Piece statue still, this one Katakuri. We've seen a lot of Katakuris lately, this time from Wi-Fi Studio. So as you know, I was mentioning Wi-Fi Studio in the last couple of videos. Last one I think they did was Sanji, but they have also done like Whitebeard, Marco, and other statues. I mean, it's one of the studios that is delivering like the lowest prices out there. Sometimes I'm not super fan of what they are doing, but I really like what they did on Sanji, for example. And this Katakuri, looks decent, looks good for the price. I guess that the quality will be okay. but it's not my favorite, let's say. And I really like more what BT Studio did for I don't know, like 50 euros more. So just my personal feeling, but in any case, solid option. Then we have the SHK Majin Vegeta, let's say add-on from SHK Studio. You know, like this piece was supposed to be part of the release of the Lifetime Vegeta statue that I also commented a couple of weeks ago. It looks good. It comes in two different versions, like only Majin Vegeta or Majin Vegeta with Babidi. I don't know, like personally, it's not my favorite, and we've also seen a lot of Majin Vegeta lately, so it's not you know, a release that I'm particularly excited about, but well, still looks fine. Expected to release by the end of the year, so Q4 2022, and it goes around 33 centimeters tall on Vegeta. So there you go. So well, let me know if you're excited on that one. Then we have from Wasman Studio, you know, the studio that is releasing lately a lot of Bleach statues, and for the most part they look really nice. Once again, they release another Bleach statue, so they release Hyusode Ichibe, you know, from like the Elite Four of Shinigamis, if I might put it this way. And yeah, like looks really nice. One of the most interesting characters from like the new arc of Bleach that is going to release. Won't tell any spoilers or details on that, but like really like what they did. Expected to release Q1 2023, and it is in 1/6 scale, so it goes around 33 centimeters. And yeah, not a lot more to say. It looks good, so if you are collecting Bleach statues, this one might be a good option for you. Then we have the Super Bumped Hancock, that comes in POP and 1/4 scale, and it's actually looking good, you know. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the anime statues on ladies usually, because like almost every time they put something naked. This one is not the exception. However, you can choose if you want like the normal version that comes with like the regular clothing body, or the EX version, which actually comes with two of them. So you have the choice. I think it's a nice and cheap option for Hancock. The 1/4, I think it's a little bit too expensive for the studio, but well, still. I mean, it's not a small statue, so I guess it's understandable. So yeah, check it out in case you're looking for a Hancock, and a naked Hancock, I guess. Then once again, BT, my love, is releasing a statue that looks really nice. It's in his boat. I really like what they did. It comes in two different versions, so like you can choose transparent resin for the waves, or like solid resin for the waves. Personally, I prefer the transparent one, but we have both options. Expected to release in Q1 2023. It's a little bit bigger than the usual statues, so it goes like 35 for 44 around in measurements, and it's also a little bit more expensive, but I guess it's understandable because we have a lot of elements in the statue and it looks really nice. So in case you're looking for an ace, this one also might be a solid option for you. Then changing a little bit from One Piece to Naruto, we have Dream Studio Kisame, which I was particularly nicely surprised by this statue. I don't own a Kisame statue, and this one was actually really tempting me. Looks really nice. It's one of the best sculpts and face expressions on Kisame that I've seen. And you know, it's also cheap and not that big, so like if you are not a super big fan of Kisame and don't want to spend a lot of money on Jime or Burning Wing, I think this one is a good option. So yeah, 1/5 goes around 42 centimeters, expected to release Q4 2022. So yeah, check it out in case you're looking for Kisame. Then we have the DMS Goku and Krillin from the original Dragon Ball series, which looks good. I think it's one of these statues, you know, like if you're a Dragon Ball fan and you want to like put something specific on the scenes, I think this one might be a good addition for that collection in that case. Expected to release in Q4 2022, goes around 15 centimeters, and well, the price is cheap as the statue is also cheap. So yeah, DMS is also a really good studio, so if you were wondering if you should get it or not, I think the answer might be yes. Then we have, once again from Black Studio, Luffy, this time Luffy Red Hawk version, which is looking actually really nice. Goes in POP scale, so like around 20 centimeters tall, a little bit more than 30 centimeters depth, because you know, like all the Red Hawk and everything. Expected to release Q1 2023. I mean, the pictures don't look really good, but I think it's the quality of the pictures, you know, so I really hope that we can have some more HD pictures in the future to see the quality, but so far it looks good, and it's also not expensive, so yeah, might be a good addition to your collection. Then we have the Studio Meruem from Hunter x Hunter, which I'm actually really hyped about. I mean, I know that Studio had some issues in the past, I think, with the likeness of the final statue versus their concept. However, this Meruem looks too good, the scaling is right, and also, yeah, the price is good. And I was actually looking for a, you know, like a simple Meruem statue to pair out with my 3 artists and Netero, and I think this one might be the jackpot. So yeah, I think I will order this one. The sculpting looks really nice, the painting job as well. I really like the fact that you can change like the power effect in the hand of with or without, and also the expression. I like the fact that, you know, it's not really like angry or you know, like battle mode face, because we know that Meruem is like the king and he was like never bothered by anything, so I like that the facial expression is reflecting this. So if you're looking for Meruem, I think this one is a really solid option. 1/6 scale, 33 centimeters, expected to release Q4 2022, so yeah. Then we have some interesting Naruto Sage version from Space 7 Studio, expected to release Q2 2023, in 1/6, around 50 centimeters tall, licensed. To be honest, looks really good. Yeah, looks almost as good as the Figurama one, if I may say it like this. Of course, I think Naruto will be a little bit bigger on this one. So yeah, I think it's a nice option. However, 2 comments: it's not cheap. We know that it's licensed statue. And the second one is, I saw one post about someone commenting that the factory or the studio that is doing this statue has some issues in the past. So well, yeah, you might just watch out on that, I guess. And last but not least, we have J&D Studio or Studios Whitebeard in a more realistic version. This one I won't comment a lot on details because it was only a Korean release, and therefore I haven't seen a lot of information about the statue itself in the usual distributors and the usual you know, like chats. But I will just say that it's a nice take on Whitebeard. I guess it's not for everyone because it's more in the realistic side. Nevertheless, I think that it looks great. I like what they did with the face, the sculpting, the fact that you can take the cloak, the cape off, and yeah, looks really good. So if you live in Korea, well, yeah, I think you should get that one. It's also huge. I think that with the stick is like around 1.30 meters. So yeah, you should take a look into that. And yeah, that was it for the releases, guys. So let me go quickly to the teasers that I saw for this week. So first one is Infinity Studio Hikari and Angewomon. I hope that I pronounced that correctly. So I think this one might be already released, but like I didn't really see an official post and official comments about the release, so I'll keep it on the teasers for the moment, and if not, I will comment a little bit more on the next week. This one looks good. I've seen a lot of Digimon statues lately, and yeah, I think it's great. I think we didn't have a lot of Digimon statues for a long time, so this one looks good. It's Infinity Studio, so don't expect it to be cheap, but at least it looks good. So I hope to have some more information for you in the next week. Then we have KC Studio Do Flamingo, which looks really good. At first, I was not sure if I liked the fact of having 2 Do Flamingos, but then, you know, like I know that one of the characteristics of the Flamingo is that he could clone himself with strings or thread. So I think it's a nice touch. It's huge. I think it's around 60 centimeters. And I haven't seen the official release yet, but I think it will go around like 500 euros without shipping. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's a middle range price tattoo. At least it's big, you know. So and it looks good. So yeah, check that one out. I think it will be coming out in the next couple of days, maybe even today. Then we have Halibel from Cerete Studio. As you know, Cerete is really specializing in bleach tattoos, and so far they have been delivering quite nice pieces. Sometimes in scales that are not, you know, like completely correct versus other studios. But well, So yeah, this Halibel looks good. I think it will be in 1/6. They haven't announced the price yet, or at least I haven't seen it. But yeah, I think it's a really nice addition if you're collecting the espadas. So yeah, check that one out. Then we have Magic Play Glove Akainu, which also looks quite nice. Really dynamic, kind of competing with the fire attacks and magma attacks from GMA1. I don't know if it will be as good, but what I can tell you is that it looks good, looks solid, and I'm hoping that I can get the final details anytime soon. And last but not least is Asure Studios Kurama, that has been kind of released. Like I already saw it in one site posted, but like I'm waiting actually for the final confirmation and to compare prices in order to comment a little bit more. But yeah, looks good. Licensed statue, goes around 44-50 centimeters in the measurements. I think it's a nice piece. However, I don't know, I'm still not sure if I really like it. Yeah, I guess I will need to see a little bit more of pictures and details, but Asure Studio is good. I've seen them doing some work. I think they're the ones doing that Transformers that are also licensed, and those look really good. So well, I have high hopes on that one. So yeah, if you are looking for a Kurama armored with Susano armor, there you go. And yeah, that was it for this week, guys. Lots of stuff coming in. Really sorry that I was a little bit inactive last week, but well, you know, we all need to take vacations. Let me know as usual if I missed something, if you think that I should get into something. Yeah, also I just received another 2 statues this week, so you should be expecting some cool, nice unboxing videos in the next couple of days, weeks. So stay tuned, guys. As usual, follow me in my Instagram account as well, where I'll be posting stuff daily. And if you haven't, please subscribe to this channel, as you will be having these weekly review videos, as well as some nice unboxings and some other stuff that I prepare for you. So yeah, check them out, and speak to you next week, guys.